Hey, what's up YouTube? By popular demand today on the woodpile in the early morning we have the M48 Urban Stinger. Another shank. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. See, unboxing experience. Comes with some sort of insane, some sort of shoulder harness. But here is the item. Yeah, so you see what this is. One solid hunk of metal. Look how thick that is. It's got a lanyard hole there, some texture here. Now this, it has a hollow grind. Now if that's the insurgent or whoever, has good piercing ability, definitely. This is one of those things that it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, right? 2 CR13 stainless steel. So that's it's a very cheap steel, you know, for a knife, but this is more just, it's a thick spike, so maybe that'll be okay. 3.56 ounces, easy to carry, $45. A little bit inflated price because of that tactical sheath that I'm not going to use. If you're the type that's interested in things like this, you know, you'll be willing to pay a little extra for it. But here is that sheath, just in case you want to use it. Right? I mean, you can see on the listing that I'll include, you know, how they think you would wear it. But here is the spike fitted in the sheath. This is the KMST, what they call the bayonet knife, but it's based on a discontinued cold steel spike. I've done a review of this and people love this thing. A lot of people picked this up. What's the main difference? Well, it's the cross section. This is triangular with a groove there. Whereas this basically has 4 hollow grinds, right? Very similar ideas, for sure. This is a Rough Rider knife. I think they're calling it the Highlander. It's like a Highlander spike knife. In the ever-growing world of shank-like objects and self-defense items, you have so many options. And you're going to see all the options on my channel. Oh, by the way, this is where, in the video, I remind you, represent. If you appreciate stuff like this, help me out with some engagement. Leave a positive comment. It really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. This is a cold steel Scottish spike, which has been discontinued. This is a Walther micro defense knife, is what they call it. The shortest of the shanks. This is a rebar spike, which I use as a throwing spike, but if you look at it, if it had to be, it's also one of the most wicked shanks you could get. A lot of people don't like stuff like this because they think of it as a bad guy knife. I don't think that way. It's an inanimate object, just like a gun. There's no such thing as necessarily an evil object. It's all how they're used. Now on the box they actually say whether you want to use it for easily concealed, discreet personal protection or simply for recreational throwing. Alright, well they literally said I can throw this. Yeah, you could definitely throw it. You can throw it quite hard. Now somebody wanted to see me throwing my homemade throwing spike. Alright, man. There you go. It would be better to throw this at this stump, but I kind of like the noise that board makes when I hit it, so. There you go. Now we're throwing at close range because if he's way far away, there's not going to be any fight, right? Alright, so Yeah, you could definitely throw this. It has a reinforced tip. It's very thick. So it can definitely stand up to throwing. And this thing, well, it speaks for itself.